So the Rittenhouse trial has been a big situation the last, week or so. It's my favorite kind of Gatorade right there. That blue, delicious. But this poor kid, and he is a kid, just have to go through so much the last. It's just been horrible for him, and you could see how hard it was for him to relive that situation. I don't really want to post a picture of him crying on here, but he's got PTSD from this situation, and it's just horrible making him relive through it. So I just want to go through some things. I've been hearing a lot of people just didn't know anything about this case, and by watching it or paying attention to it, they've started to wake up a little bit to some of that false narrative that people have been fed to. So kind of a nice picture of him. I guess this was before the trial or something, because from this point on, it's just stress-ridden face. He's so sweaty and crying, and his mother's there, melting in the back. It's just a extreme stressful moment for this family. It's just a horrible situation. So not only is it stressful for him, but it's been quite stressful outside of the courthouse. And you know, with with the way things are going, it's stressful for the jury, right? So if the jury votes, in a way to upset the mob, to upset the rioters, right? Or what's going to happen? Are they going to get their houses burnt down? Right? Someone had already leaked a picture of all the jurors' faces. That's that's dangerous, man. That's not a situation you want to be in. So let me find I'm looking for here. So, well, these are some pictures of before Rittenhouse, before his little incident, some days before. I looked up protest, right? I typed in protest keyword. It's all right, we get some of this. Chill. Ooh, civil rights. Ooh, a little bit of activism here. I think this is a police station. That looks like some government writing on there. Um, that's a good pick. Well, nothing too much. Arrest the cops. I mean, look at that. Talk about climate change, right? Jeez. You know, would Biden show up to any of this? Would Biden show up and try to keep the peace? Say, hey, let's talk about unity here. Let's not divide each other over a self-defense case, right? Are we really gonna lose our right to self-defense here? Well, that's kind of a cool pick. So, protest, right? Then the next, I look up riot. Keyword riot. Just a whole lot more fires. Whole lot more. Look at this. Protesters plead for answers. Look at all these cars. What? Oh my gosh. These are, cars are expensive. You know, most people take a loan out to buy a car. You gotta buy a car over a period of slaving to the system, right? You can't just buy it all at once. It's very expensive. And to just have that destroyed, like what are these innocent people, right? And the Shipley's donuts, not the donuts. Uh, I heard this went on for like 3 or 4 days, right? And I think this was day one right here. Look, this guy is a cop, I think. But look, this guy right here. This was way before Rittenhouse. We already had rioters showing up with, right, assault rifles with little red dot sights. Come on. Rittenhouse was responding to some horrible stuff going on. Here's a little bit more information on it. The DC clothesline, airing out America's dirty laundry. Kind of a cool little site I found here. But this was before. Look, they're surrounding the police, right? And then I'll play this video for you.
You guys are instigating. You know you're instigating. Oh, they're gonna shoot the gas off the top.
Look at this craziness. Slowly surrounding the cops.
You're fucking cowards! Don't point it. I'm not pointing already.
Looked like another person with a gun to the right.
Gas! 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 They're gonna deploy! They're gonna gas you. They're getting out!
These people are asking for trouble, right? And, you know, it's one thing to protest, but it's another thing to burn the city down. We're destroying civilization, and, you know, you're supposed to just let it happen and watch it? Look, see, there's two people with a rifle. See, right here? That's a rifle. Actually, this is the original guy. This is a new guy right here. This is the new guy that we didn't really see before. Body armor on.
They all have gas masks on. Get ready. Gas masks on.
What, you don't like pepper spray?
Hey!
Riveting. Absolutely riveting. So, Jesus. So, this article goes on. Look at this. At this point, obviously, the deputies would have been justified in opening fire on all the armed protesters that were threatening them. And, you know, they were surrounded with armed individuals. But, you know, under the, what is it, the Geneva Convention, you're not allowed to tear gas armed combatants. But, you know, I guess they weren't really combating. They're just prancing around with their rifles, right? But, I don't know. This is just a horrible situation. We shouldn't be in this situation as a society. We shouldn't be we shouldn't be burning things down. Look at this. Look at this. Just a horrid situation. So I'll cover this one of these days, but you know why she was killed, right? She was working on a movie exposing the the you know what's, right? And how they like the children, right? She was making a movie on it, and he was gonna be in the movie as like a expose kind of. So he killed her. Look at this guy. This liberal right here. This guy's trying to take away your rights, and this guy's low. This is not a good man right here. This is a bad man. Look, he's pointing the rifle at people with his finger on the trigger. You're not supposed to do that. We don't play around with guns, right? And that right here is playing around with a gun. The defense, they pointed the gun at the ground, right? They did not take that risk. It's not worth it, right? You always treat a gun like it's loaded, even when it's not, even when the little chamber is open, which it's not. But I guess you can't lock it open on these. But you can put a little pin in there. Put a little cork on the barrel. That's just unsettling. No one wants a rifle pointed at them, and especially to have no, finger control. It's no wonder this guy's so afraid of guns. He doesn't know anything about them. So yeah, I've seen on Twitter people calling for this guy to be calling for violence, and it's just unreal. We have to fight for our freedoms, right? And this is why this is such a big case. Is because we're trying to defend our right to defend against people burning our cities down. The place he was defending had been raided and attacked, I think, 2 nights before Rittenhouse showed up. I mean, again, cars are expensive, and that was a car dealership. So if you saved your whole life and you wanted to start a little family business of selling cars, right? That's a huge investment. And to just have someone rip that away from you, and the police are just standing outside doing nothing, right? I mean, what did you work so hard for? What did you sacrifice your whole life of slavery in the system for what? Injustice, suffering, being forced to watch your investments burn away. This is bigger than Kyle, and I'm sorry that he has to be the face of this and go through all this. He's just a kid. So I wanted to cover this ABC article. Let me see here. Prosecution wrapped up its case after 6 days of presenting evidence that they contend proves Rittenhouse is guilty of first-degree reckless homicide, first-degree intentional homicide, and attempted first-degree intentional homicide. So, I guess you can say I'm biased, but these people are biased. These people, they don't paint him as like he's winning, right? They speak like he's already lost the case. Look, this clown right here. They talk about this drone footage as their main point of evidence, which I think that's the first guy who gets shot. And so the drone footage itself was just, oh my gosh. So they send the drone footage in a lower resolution to everybody, right? Which is, what you're supposed to do. Well, no, but the HD footage they didn't send to be analyzed, right? They used it in the trial by accident, but they didn't send anyone the video. So when they realized they were using the wrong video, the other lawyer, they're not showing a picture of him. The other dude, he gets up, he's like, "Oh wait, we have a lower resolution video. Oops, I put the wrong one on," just out loud. And the judge loses it, right? Because they use that footage and they zoom in real good. I think it's a 3-time zoom. And, the pixels really matter there. It really makes a difference when you zoom in on a low resolution versus a high resolution. So, the guy that was killed, I guess I'm not going to show the video, but this stuff really angers me because I went through this as a kid and I got no justice, right? I went to the police and they didn't do anything. Right, here we go, right here. Joseph Rosenbaum was charged by a grand jury with 11 counts of child molestation, inappropriate sexual activity around children, including this, that's horrible. That's, what, come on. And he liked little boys, right? 5 boys ranging from 9 to 11. And I think he had just gotten out of the hospital or something, because there are previous videos earlier in that day of him just, being violent and trying to start fights with everybody. And he had like all of his personal belongings in like a plastic bag, like it came from the hospital or something, that he was in there for an extended period of time. So as an underage boy who's being attacked by 11 count child molestation and 5 rapes, this is and you're telling me the child doesn't have a right to defend himself, right? I mean, when does a child have a right to stand up for themselves? How bad does the situation have to be for a child to be allowed to stand up? We shouldn't even have let society get to this point where he has to defend himself. So, I wanted to talk about outside of the courthouse. And there was, here, this is what I was looking for. Kenosha police have tweeted repeatedly this week that there are no threats to public safety were identified. But, this next sentence right here, Governor Tony Evers mobilized 500 National Guard troops last week to support the police in Kenosha, while repeatedly making calls for peace. So if they weren't worried about the city burning down, they wouldn't have sent 500 National Guards. That's... Look, this dude with the skateboard. Look, I think they cover PTSD. Rittenhouse is seeing a therapist for post-traumatic stress disorder Yep. Just this poor kid put in such a horrible situation. So, this one is kind of wordy, so I'm gonna put the volume down. But this liberal calls this liberal stupid, and then this liberal calls this liberal stupid, and then he slaps her with the sign, and then No one can get the sign back because everyone's so weak. Just people need to stop with the division here. This is a case on self-defense. You see that? Just now we're just pouring liquids on people. Can't that be considered assault? You know, that's, and he just walks away. We're just gonna be doing crimes outside the courthouse now. I mean, what is this? Peaceful protests? So here's another one. Kind of want you to hear what he has to say.
They were looting. They were looting. They were burning the city down too. And they were supporting Black Lives Matter. That's what they were doing. And you know it, and I know it, and the media knows it. Because you know what? All you guys do is believe in the left. That's all you do. Believe in the left. You know?
They're just gonna choose their own medicine.
Yeah. And you're going to find out when Kyle is not guilty.
They were burning the city down. Like I said, it simple as that, you know? Taste your own medicine. I don't know about that. I don't know if we should, I think we should stand up before then. We can't just let society fall apart. Peaceful transition into better society, into smarter people, better media, more decentralization. Free Kyle. So, has he been like in jail this whole time? And he just, you know, gets out and puts on a suit and goes to court, and then this poor kid. There was testimony of him actually helping people, right? See, he's got a rifle, but he's also got like a little fanny pack of medicine, gauze, and some wraps. He really, I think he helped 2 people, and there were a few other people that was like some minor scratches, and he offered help to more people. So he did more, he healed more people than he defended himself against, put it that way. This guy, we're just gonna riot for this guy. We're gonna burn cities down in the name of this guy. Really? Look, he was already breaking his no contact rule, right? In a plea deal, right? So it could have been more. Here, look. Here is each of his counts. What is this? Dangerous. What? Oh my gosh. The receipts are here, man. All you have to do is, you know, these are just some quick searches, right? I did some few searches, show y'all what came up. Oh yeah, local bro. He's from Texas. Still, We're not gonna burn down Texas in the name of this guy. So why should they burn down their city? Hmm. Yeah, I wanted to cover some of this British Parliament. These people are funny. Their government's so weird, but I watch it sometimes. I guess I'll cover more of it tomorrow or later tonight. But this is really sketchy. You can be stripped of your rights without warning, without reason. Just, oh, wait, you're not a citizen anymore. Oh, wait, I guess I don't have to pay taxes anymore. Notice of decision to deprive person of citizenship. And this is... Yeah, for someone who fled and joined the Islamic State. I guess, but you know they're gonna go out of hand with it. This is too much power. You know, immigration's a real issue over there. They're being invaded. We're being invaded, but they're just gonna use that as an excuse to take away more rights. Right? It's a lose-lose situation. We gotta help our brothers over here. You know, it's not just in America that we're suffering injustice. It's all over the world. We could be doing better. More representation in government. More decentralization. Less people to bribe. So, thank you for watching. Appreciate the support. I'm gonna leave it here. Let me know if y'all want me to cover story. Alright.